attorney.
Okay, we are back. Everything is working there. Okay, let's continue. Oh boy, it's still the same day. A couple hours later, I ate and was just, I don't know. I'm in an extremely good mood today, just because of the last scene we got to play through. It was just, I don't know, it just tickled my fancy so much. Competition. First to act wins for sure. Okay. Direction center. At home. Well, I don't think we have any events at home. Financial prospects. Choose superior products. Huh. Okay. Pretty good luck. Okay. I'm gonna open the Emma at the end somewhere later. Because I don't remember which ones I had or hadn't opened. Okay, I think the only thing we have left is a scene on the 11th. I'm just gonna make sure that there's nothing else, so we're gonna go through, and I'm gonna go through the 8th day once more, because we did the rain scene last. Just checking. Yeah, there's that, but nothing there. Okay. Call it a day. Nothing. Nothing on the 10th night either. Okay, call it a day. Cool. Nothing here. Yeah, and the next time on the 11th afternoon, it's just this same thing. So let me just go check here. Okay, nothing here. Skips. Stay. Okay. Go to sleep. Okay. Exit. Restart. Cool. And let me just check. Oh, what? Whoa. Okay. I guess we have a plot stuff. Huh. Yeah, so that rain scene triggered new plot stuff. Oh boy. /void. 5/void. Okay. I wasn't prepared for this just yet. I thought we had a time to go through this one more time, but okay, sure. I guess we'll do this scene afterwards, or I guess it's preparing for the whatever. Okay, more plot. I want to help you, the woman said. Which woman? She was sincere. The frankness of her confession, and unclouded by any trace of impure emotion, brought tears pouring from her eyes as she spoke the words. I wish to free you from your suffering. That, I mean, first instinct after reading this was like Bazett, even if this line wasn't Bazett, but now reading this, I don't think it's Bazett. Huh. Okay. Maybe this is like backstory for Avenger? Oh, hello, is that an eyeball? Which made me feel nothing but pessimism. Because these scenes have always been Bazett or Avenger. I felt neither joy nor gratitude that she had come to save me. That kindness of hers was misdirected, and nothing but an annoyance to me. Yeah, I'm feeling this is somebody talking, or this is from Avenger's point of view. But not Bazett talking to him. And it wasn't enough to make me despise her, but honestly, I wanted her to run along home to her own world instead. Huh. This isn't to say that I hated that woman, or the woman, but the very principles that guided her actions were wrong. She should have known as well as I did that she wasn't going to save anyone. Ooh. She should have known from the start. Okay, should have known from the start, huh? That kind of reminds me of, for some reason, Shiro. The actions, you know, knowing that they are wrong or broken, but still gonna go along with it because it fits with their own worldview. That it was impossible for her to save me. Blank or censored. I responded in a voice you couldn't exactly call a voice. Is this like this eyeball? Is this Avenger like existing as in a non-physical way? With your throat crushed, it's impossible to make a sound. So I tried shaking my head until I remembered that I couldn't do that either. Ooh, very bloody, very dark. Love it. Eventually, she gave up and went back above ground. Oh. Don't know what to make of this. She kept up that contest of endurance for days, until gradually she came to realize that she was talking to herself. The one her words were addressed to was just a corpse. Okay. What a start. That's something that happened, apparently. Is this... Huh. Like, I want to say it's... The actions don't fit Bazett, but I still want to say that that was something Bazett told Avenger after Avenger had died in one of the runs and Bazett had lived afterwards. But this could be way back when. Also, I'm still stuck on this being Avenger related, but it could be something else. These events I hadn't committed to memory in the first place are now surfacing in my mind because of the similar emotions now being directed towards me. Ooh, paralleling the information we got in the last video about reinfiguring out how this memory thing works, that Shiro is getting memories from a previous, quote-unquote previous timeline. Doubt and mercy. Okay. That woman who tries to be so fastidious, okay, that sounds like Bazett, is holding some sort of ridiculous feeling of obligation towards me, even though she doesn't have a shred of proof as to why she should. Ooh. Bazett Fraga Macromids. Yeah? That woman who has become Avenger's master now harbors the same misdirected emotions for me as the woman from back then. Okay. Okay, so either initially, so this is, it's weird that this is being spoken in like third person, but I'm still on the idea that this is Avenger speaking. It's weird that he is speaking in third person here, but yeah, initially it was talking about a woman from the old, and but now revealing that Bazett is similarly committed to Avenger. Maybe there is something with Avenger, not quite a like a suave personality, or like I don't know what you would call it. I don't want to say charisma, but like something more negative, like a vampire's hypnosis, or some kind of that kind of aura that makes you more committed to them, more attached to them. Some kind of curse like that. Ooh. And we are at Illya's, well, the ruins in Illya's mansion's forest. Okay. At least that this is a CG used in that location in Stay Night. Okay. We're running. My heart thundering at a speed of 500% over its usual rate. I barely propel my exhausted body towards the ruins. Yeah. Yeah, pretty sure this is Avenger, but the appearance of Avenger is quite close to Shiro, and that sound, that out of breath sound also sounded pretty similar to Shiro's. I'm still stuck on that idea. That there might be a connection there, but I don't know what. Maybe. Maybe there's nothing. My throat is burning. The way my right leg's aching after I pushed it to the limits of my endurance and beyond. It had come as no surprise to hear that I had busted it. Oof. Having used up all but the dregs of the magical energy I received from Bazett, my own reserves of strength are starting to come up dry too. Ooh. Basically, you could say I'm giving up. I can't move another step. And I'm tempted to just quit now. Consequences be damned. Consequences you say, but isn't it... As you previously explained, if you die, you just reset. Unless you have already met some sort of condition that changes things.
何をしている? ここまで走りなさい, Avenger.
Ooh, there she is. A girl. Bazett, who reached the ruins one step ahead of me, of course she did, comes back outside and shouts at me. Yeah, okay, that didn't sound quite as much Shiro. Grasping for purchase with both hands, I fling myself into the building with all the dignity of a fleeing puppy. Sure. The door slams closed behind me. Course, some little door isn't worth a fart as far as defense goes. Considering the monster that's after us, I'm considering it's either Karen or Karen's shadow monsters, or more likely Berserker. Having that barrier at least gives us the illusion of security, though. Yeah, because previously they had mentioned that they have now defeated everyone at least once, except Illya and Berserker. So. My main man, Heracles. I can hear a roar. That must be the big fucker who we've got on our tail, destroying everything in his path as he pursues us through the forest. Yup. Running away to a ruin like this won't save us. Once he catches up, he'll crush the whole place to powder, and both of us along with it. Yeah. And oh my god, I just realized how massive of a counter Berserker is to Avengers thing, where inflict the damage back on to the user who caused it, because My boy has, well, he has multiple lives. Yep. Oh boy. That thing is like a fierce gale. No matter what kind of weapon one is armed with, it's plain to see that no human could cross swords with that and live. You'd need to be close to a heroic spirit or something. And that's kind of what Shiro achieved in Heaven's Feel. But then again, he was using Archer's arm. Oh, our boy, our very tragic boy. In a clearing in the forest, we ran into that monster. Yup. No, it would be better to say that it was waiting there for us. Ooh, yeah. Which one would be a stronger servant? King Arthur or Heracles? That is hard to say. Obviously, King Arthur is more famous. I would say more famous. And in Zero, it was referred to as the strongest. Well, at least in Saber class. But then again, like Heracles or Hercules, it's that legend is just so famous, and he is also just a demigod, nigh invincible anyway. So yeah. If he wasn't in the Berserker class, I wonder how that battle would go. Those sit there like a monolith carved out of stone. The second we set foot into its territory, it let out that roar as it came after us. Yeah. The battle was the battle was over in 1 second. Classic Berserker moment. Big smash. Game over. I never had any great desire to pick a fight with that thing in the first place. But after the first shot, even Bazett realized that we couldn't fight it, let alone win, and you need to go after Illya. Bazett's not one to back down from a fight, but after even Fragarach, I don't know. Yeah, the thing they managed to defeat Saber with failed to score a kill. She wisely and graciously gave the order to retreat. Yeah, unfortunately, you both are a giga countered because you both have like one and a done quote unquote surefire kill, and if that doesn't work, you're just like kinda out of mana to say the least. Out of options. Yeah. She wisely and graciously gave the order to retreat. Still, you've gotta hand it to her. To be able to fight even for a few seconds, facing the swords of that hellish roar, took some serious guts. Yeah, honestly, props to her. You have to be a bit insane to even do that, but, you know, she's got it. Oh, there it is again. She recovered in no time and fired off Fragarach. Just gonna go with that pronunciation. While that huge monster's war cry still had me nearly pissing myself. Avenger is a character and a half, for sure. Yeah. The noble phantasm it has seems to be the type that's always on, because Fragarach activated right away. Her aim was true, and her shot struck right in its heart, bringing that fat ass down once and for all. Or at least that's what should have happened. Yup, unlucky. Instead, it had completely revived 10 seconds later and kept charging straight for us. Like, imagine having this surefire way to kill someone, and you manage to do it, and then not even 10 seconds later, they are just running at you. Like, what the fuck do you do in that situation? You are not prepared. Like, oh my god. Back from the brink of death in a perfect health. Yeah, that's our boy. In other words, a body that knows no death. That's the big fucker's noble phantasm. It sure is. The 12 labors. Or 13? I think 12, yeah. But, 13 lives including the 12 labors and the original. After she wasted her fragrag on it, Bazett's whole body went rigid. Yeah, I mean, I assume not only from fear of seeing Berserker recover, but also just the feedback or the aftermath of using it. And with her frozen there as that monstrous thing came bearing down on her, I personally think it was awfully nice of me to give her a little push out of harm's way via flying kick to the side. Damn! That reminds me of, I think it's a choice in both Fate and UBW routes where we fight against Berserker early on in the graveyard. Or near the graveyard. The pain. It felt like he barely grazed me. That was enough to send me flying too. Yeah. The big guy's sights are now set on me, standing right in its path, and I look up to see an axe the size of a Grecian pillar raised over my head. Yeah, probably Grecian because Greece, yeah. To even think about eating a hit from that would be crazy, and my chances of slipping by unharmed were stupendously low. So then, when things were at their darkest, just as I was thinking that, this must be what they call instant death. Hello? Who should come to my rescue but the very same Bazett I'd just kicked away from that huge thing. That's Bazett for you. I think I pressed a weird button. I'm just, no, everything is working. Yeah. Classic Bazett move. She leveled her second fragrag at its face and fired, striking it right between the eyes. Well, it's a good start.
今のうちに逃げます。ついてきなさい。
Sure. Seems like she fired her second frag not to kill, but to try and blind it. But even a huge hole in its face didn't stop that monster, or the axe it held. So that's when Bazett grabbed me by the hand and made a bit break for the forest. Yeah, sure. Throwing off the gloves that Fragrag had burned as she ran, Bazett laid a rune into both her legs to let her run faster. Hey, nice to see that coming back. Rin used to do that too. Me, being the compulsive thief and hoarder that I am, I pick up her thrash. Of course you do. Maybe it becomes useful.
グズグズしない。距離を取るから走りなさい。
Okay, sure. So run. And seizing me by the scruff of my neck, Bazett took off running. Seeing as how she's in top physical shape to start with, the blessing of the runes on top of that allowed her to leave that huge monster behind before you could blink. Damn, okay. But even that only gave us a few seconds head start. Yeah, I assume Berserker is capable of catching up before its eyes had even finished healing. It was hot on our hit trail. Oh my god. I can't see where my enemies are going, but I know their location and just start sprinting towards them. Oh my god. Berserker nerfed that shit. Holy. as it was hot on our trail, as surely as though it were tracking us by scent. Ooh, nice transition.
とまあ、そんな経緯で今に至るわけだけど。
Ooh, well.
なんだね。ここに逃げ込んだところで、あと数分持たずに追いつかれ殺されるってのが結論だ。
Maybe. How many times can Bazett fire Fragrak is the question.
あれだけ危ないからよそうぜって言ったのにさ。人の言うこと聞かないからこんな目に遭うんだぜ。そのあたり反論あるか、マスター？
敵の戦力を若干甘く見ていたのは認めます。確かにあんなサーバントがいるとは予想外でした。
Yeah. How would... Like, I know that the ways Bazett and Avenger have, like, try to kill people, they're kind of methodical and require a bit of setup. But, like, for example, Saber, who could technically deliver a, like, killing blow with one swift strike to Berserker. Like, could you just counter his noble phantasm by seeing him, or first cutting him down so he dies one time, and then as you see him revive, and his the light comes back to his eyes before he starts moving, right then Kit, I was trying to speak Japanese there, cut him again, so he dies before he gets even a chance to move. Like, is it possible to counter his noble phantasm by just repeatedly killing him over and over again, kind of like stun locking him in one place? Or can he technically move while he is still regenerating? I mean, obviously we just now saw that his eyes were healing while he was still regenerating, but I don't think we've ever seen in the anime, at the very least, him move while he was dead and regenerating from death. Bazett's response sounds a little weak. Maybe like she's regretting it, compared to her near total silence from the time we entered the forest till now, though. This is a veritable world of difference. Yep. That's good. Makes it easier on me too. Sure. But first things first.
いや、ありゃサーバントじゃねえよ。この森に住むただの怪物だ。サーバントになり損なった亡霊みたいなものだと思いな。
Okay, dude. I mean, I guess you could technically classify the Berserker class as that. But then again, we know that Heracles can become other classes. I think it was stated even in Stay Night that he can become all other classes. At the very least, Archer.
何を言うのです。あれはサーバントだ。この時代の亡霊などではない。ホーグも持っていたし、間違いなくアインツベルンのサーバントでしょう。
This is true.
まあ位置づけ的にはそうなるのか。
Okay, Avenger.
そっか。競争相手であろうとなかろうと、サーバントはサーバントだったな。
Avenger is an interesting character in the sense that, like, a bit more in a meta sense, because normally in anime you don't strive for realism, and I'm not saying Avenger is like a realistic human being, but like in anime it's, you have this certain feel or vibe, and you have these tropes. You can like identify characters, or at least their cores to begin with, like Rin is a tsundere, and Sakura is the meek and shy one, but secretly a yandere, and that kind of stuff. But something about Avenger is different. Like, obviously there are character archetypes with being more like more sly and dishonorable and whatnot. But even among those tropes, I think Avengers dialogue differs quite a bit in a sense that he doesn't really feel like an anime character. He feels different, not a realistic human being, but not an anime character either. He feels like he's written differently from everything else. I don't know how to put it better than that. I guess you could say that he's being written more like a realistic person with his dialogue. Like, especially his inner dialogue. But I don't know. All I'm trying to say is just, he feels very different, and I'm very intrigued by his character because of that alone. But obviously he has so many other layers, and he's very, very important to the lore of the entire world. By all rights, and trying to figure out what class of servant that monster is would be a waste of time. It's pretty obvious he's a berserker, I would say. Like, at best, the only other options would be Saber or I could be anything else. I don't know. What we need to focus on right now, rather than trying to figure out what the hell that thing is to figure out what the hell we should do about it. Yeah, that is true. Ain't that thing we can do about that big fucker. So for now, let's figure out what we are gonna do with ourselves. Sure. I guess he could be a berserker, could be an assassin? No, that doesn't fit. Yeah, no.
で、どうするマスター？このままおとなしく殺されてやり直すか？
Or unless they meant like the identity of the servant. No, class. Yeah, they meant class. I don't think you guys can wait here until it's over, because he will definitely come rushing in. Oh, wait, no. I misread that. Yeah, until it kills us and start over, right? Yeah, that's certainly an option.
それとも、あのサーバントのマスターを探し出すか？
Yeah, that would be the way to go about it.
無論、アインツベルンのマスターを探し出します。あのサーバントの周囲には、それらしい気配はありませんでしたから、アインツベルンの城に潜んでいるのでしょう。
Yeah. It's a pretty solid respawn or a tactic from Illya, because you have this inner circle where the castle is located in, which in itself is already a fortified structure, which is hard to get into. But beyond that, you have this larger area circle with the whole forest, which just Berserker is just guarding that. So not only do you have to go through Berserker and the greater forest and navigate through the maze of a forest, which in itself Illya has control over. And that task is already nigh impossible, but then afterwards you have to get into the castle and be able to infiltrate it, and that place is like basically an atelier, a mage's atelier on its own, with possibly hundreds of traps. Plus also 2 homunculi there, but I don't know. I feel like if they get that close already, then they can probably get to Illya.
城に潜んでるってのは同感だな。けど、城に行くってことは、あのデカブツをどうにかするってことだぜ。
Maybe.
逃げるのか戦うのか。あんたはどうするつもりなんだ？
アベンジャー。正直に言うと、私は敵に背を向けるのは苦手です。戦いを挑まれたのなら、力を持って打ち破るのが私のスタイルだ。
Yeah, sure.
知ってるよ。これでも長く付き合ってきた方だからな。あんたはいつもカツカツで嫌がる俺を平気で負け戦に投入したじゃんか。
Yeah?
それはあなたの能力がループだと誤解していたからです。
Ooh.
あなたがもう少しノーマルなサーバントなら、私とて無理強いなどしませんでした。
Okay, there we go. Okay. So they have discussed it, and now that we learned the rain thing, that's why we can get this now. Okay. All the time, after all the time, yeah. You just managed to scrape by, dragging me along with you no matter how I may protest, and jumping right into losing battles without so much as breaking a sweat. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Can we get the real definition of your ability then, please?
どうだかな。で、今回もやるわけ？どのみちあのデカブツをどうにかしないと城にはたどり着けないんだから。
いいえ。
Oh?
私もそこまで無謀ではありません。
Right, okay.
今までの戦いは勝算があったからこそ通したことです。ですが、あの相手には勝算はありません。私とあなたでは相性が悪すぎる。
Yeah. I very much agree. You are very hard countered. I let out a whistle. Just as Bazett said, we are a real bad match against that ginormous thing, yeah? My noble phantasm's just no good against it. Up against him, I couldn't survive so much as a single blow. The first strike would be fatal, so if one hit equals death, I can't turn the curse back on him. Yeah, and even if you were able to, he would just get back up. On the other hand, we could have Bazett counterattack with Fragrak, but she can only use it 3 times. Thank you for clarifying. I'm sure it was mentioned the first time and I just forgot. It's crystal clear now that the monster's noble phantasm allows it to rise from the dead. Yup. We don't know yet how many times it's good for, but it likely outnumbers the uses of Fragrak we've got. Yeah.
それじゃあ戦うってのはなしだな。じゃああとは
追跡を振り切って城を目指すだけでしょう。こちらも目は低いですが、ゼロというわけではありませんから。
Yeah, it's currently unknown. Probably very, very low of a chance, but it's better than pure zero when you don't have a plan to directly beat it. She's right about that much. But there's still something pretty big that Bazett's overlooking. Yeah? Okay, what could that be? Can you guys stun Berserker? Root it in its place, maybe? Maybe you guys can lure Illya out instead? Maybe there's a safe way to get to Illya. Walking through the air, I don't know how you guys would do that. That monster ain't something you can just ignore. Oh, right. Even more basic. Yeah, you can't just outrun it. It will catch you. To make it to the castle, we've gotta take care of our new buddy somehow. Sure.
決まりだな。俺はここに残ってあのデカブツを引きつけて、あんたは一人で城に向かう。
Okay.
オーケー。それなら半々だ。あんたの足ならコースアウトでもしない限り、きっと城にたどり着ける。
Well, that depends if she can break through Illya's, I guess you could call it a labyrinth. Also, I just now realized that it's not a his ability is not a loop, yet Bazett also, alongside Shiro, retain his memories. So that's interesting. I don't know what to make of that. Classic protagonist energy. Our two protagonists. Would Bazett count as a protagonist, or is she an antagonist? I don't know yet.
ここからアインツベルンの城は北西に15キロほどだ。
Okay.
ルーンを刻む悲壮は残ってるか？残ってるな。なら問題なしだ。俺が稼げるのはせいぜい1分程度だが、あんた一人だけならそれを10倍にできる。
Holy.
アベンジャー、私はそんなことは命令していません。私はあなたと城に向かいます。
Ooh, that is a very Shiro-like line.
無茶言うな。そっちの方が俺にはきつい。
Fair.
正直、あんたの足にはついていけねえんだよ。ここまで逃げてくるのが限界でさ。こっちから先、俺の足に合わせてたら間違いなく追いつかれるぜ。
What if Bazett carries you?
それはあなたの精神が弱いからです。
Damn. Bazett feels kind of like a mix between Shiro and Saber, but a bit more job-oriented.
気合を入れなさい。その気になればまだ走れるはずだ。あなたはいつも諦めが早すぎる。
This is true. She really hit me where it hurts. Bazett's quite a gutsy lady.
そりゃあまあ意地を張れば少しは働けるけど、それでもあんたのスピードについていけないのは本当なんだが。
まったく。なら戦力として考えません。いざとなれば霊体化して私についてきなさい。
Yeah, that's an option. Didn't even think of it. Well, ain't that a clear-headed opinion? And doing that won't do a thing to help either one of us, though. Well. So, how are we gonna get out of this one? Any other time, we'd both just go about playing the part that works best for us. Simple as that. The reason we can't do that now is because a certain someone overhears misunderstanding things in the most boring ass way possible. Oh, okay. What do you mean by that, Avenger?
らしくないぜマスター。霊体化して俺だけ助かってどうなる？マスターが殺されたら俺たちはそれで終わりなんだぜ。ならどう考えても足の遅いお荷物を足止めにしてあんたは任務達成するべきだろう。
While the General Bazett leads the one-woman charge and completes her mission to infiltrate the castle.
私はあなたを荷物などと言った覚えはありませんが。
俺がそう思ってんの。何しろ本当に自分一人じゃ動けないからな。
I stick out my left leg to make my point. Yeah, he did mention that. It was reduced to kibbles and bits by that giant ape when he charged at us. That fourth-rate heroic spirit like me that a fourth-rate heroic spirit like me managed to make it all the way here on my own power after that is pretty damn impressive if I do say so myself. Up, that the Gotsu way ain't nothing to sneeze at.
ダメだ。
Oh?
それなら私も残ります。ここであのサーバントを倒す方を取る。
Okay.
私は一人では進まない。ここであなたを置き去りにすることはできない。
And here comes back to the thing Avenger was thinking about at the very beginning of this scene. She's harboring same kinds of feelings as a woman from the past. Determined, but still doubtful. It's definitely not because of any deep feelings of a feeling of affection. It was that same hand that once reached out to me in a gesture so severely mistaken. Man, that's really interesting. I want to learn more about that. Even more than what we already know.
それは同情から？
いえ、同情なんてしていません。ただ、その傷には私にも責任がある。
Of course.
だから、置き去りにするぐらいなら、私はその責任を取ろうと。
I see, I see.
それは違う。
All wrong, huh?
いいかマスター。あんたは今、自分の目的を果たすためではなく、俺を助けるためにここに残ると言った。
Yeah, it kinda sounds like that.
それは、まあ、俺からしてみれば悪いことじゃない。助けてもらえるんなら助けてもらいたい。けどさ、その動機が負い目から来たものなら、それは置き去りよりたちが悪いことなんだ。
Okay.
負い目ですって？
そう。同情とか憐憫とか、そういうの。
Okay.
いいかい、人間のお嬢さん。絶望にいるものを救おうとするのなら、負の感情で動いてはいけないんだ。
Ooh, that's a line. If you're planning on rescuing someone from despair, allowing negative emotions to motivate that is a no-go. Ooh, that hits hard, considering it comes from someone who is basically pure curses.
負は正でなければ打ち消せない。悲しみに陥ったものを悲しみですくい上げても癒されないものがあるんだよ。
Okay.
ま、あれだな。救った後のデイケアまで受け持つってんなら話は別だが、人間そこまで暇なやつは稀だからな。やっぱり助けるんなら、どっちにとっても得になる理由じゃないと損ってことだ。
Okay. Okay. Of you. Oh, that's continuing, yeah. If you still just have to save a guy like that, even then, without a reason for doing so, which will benefit at least one of you, and then the whole thing's just lose-lose. Wicked laughter. In the distance, I hear the monsters howl. He's approaching. Bazett stares fixedly at me, a face blank.
わかりづらかった？なら、例えばの話をしよ
う。Okay.
ある場所に、世界で一番不幸な目に遭っているやつがいるとする。ある日、あんたはそいつのことをニュースで知って落ち込んじまうんだが、それは意味のない干渉なんだ。
Okay.
遠い世界の話には関われない。自分には関わりのないところで誰かに不幸な出来事が起きたとしても、あんたは笑っていろ。
That's right. To try to save someone who doesn't exist in your own world would mean to deny that world of yours. In a sense, I can agree to that, but also, it's, I don't know, I just feel it's kinda just human to empathize and sympathize. Even with someone who's far, far away and that you will never have any interactions with, or whose life will not physically alter your existence at all. That's the logic this world operates on. Something that doesn't even bear mentioning. Well, we know one person who wanted to do something about this kind of stuff, but his methods were kinda crude and he denied the Grail in Fate Zero. Unrelated humans, unobjecting humans, from every misfortune and sorrow by that alone. That inequality cannot be overthrown. So why not just accept that the happiness that's built on someone else's sacrifice? Yikes. When you like spell it out like that, it's kinda hard to accept it. But yeah, that's technically kinda what's happening. That people just don't think about it. Yeah. You are living the good life because someone somewhere at some point suffered through something. Either to achieve that or someone else put the other person in that situation to gain themselves to later benefit himself or others. Yeah. Even if it's a truly ugly and wretched life, if you're among the blessed, all you can do is smile and accept that's just how it is. Otherwise, it's all for nothing. Yeah, I guess from the point of view of the people who are sacrificed or among the unfortunate, at least some of them might get some salvation by thinking that maybe their sacrifice will help others. Live out your whole life opposite that contradiction and that ugliness. That's what a proper human should do. Ooh. A human can't save anyone except himself. What are we, Monogatari? Yeah. A human needs to choose to save itself. Yeah. Yeah. Saving another person solely for that other person's sake is no better than an excuse worthy of death. What the hell? Damn. Okay. Such lip service can't save anyone. I know one story where this kind of logic was taken to its extreme. And, I mean, it worked, but that person, things happened to them. Yeah. But if even then, you still believe you can save another, if you're still chirping stuff like, I want to save another.
そうだ。それでも何かをしたいというのなら、せめて笑いながら救いに行け。見捨てられないから残るとか、かわいそうだから戻るとか、そういうのは余計なお世話だ。一緒に苦楽を共にしようなんて、間違っても抱くなっていうことでさ。
Yeah. I can't ban him, so I'll stay here could be kinda rude towards the other person, yeah. All she needs to share with me is the joy, not the misery. Coming to save me by bringing me sorrow would be nothing but a pain in my ass. Yeah, I can understand that. What I want is a no questions asked fairy tale ending. Ooh. Peace and love to exceed even the days of nothing but loss. That's right. For example, like dark and sunken eyes, seeing a bright and shining future in an outstretched hand.
アベンジャー、あなたは。
ああ、いや、脱線しちまったな。
Yeah, it's very interesting how he sometimes like often he acts very like he's very snarky and you know, whimsical. Well, not whimsical in a happy sense, but you know, whimsical in a dark sense. But at times he acts like his age, like a really wise person, and brings his own philosophy into the discussion with Bazett especially. That's a really interesting dichotomy or like duality for his character. I don't know. It just fits. It somehow just fits him that he sometimes has these deep discussions about how things should be and why what you are doing is wrong and how humans should live life and how people should accept death or misery or whatnot.
ズバッと言うと、さっさと行けってこと？どうせ死んでもまた顔を合わせるんだ。同情で死なれたら気まずいじゃねえか。ほら、アインツベルンのマスターに話があるんだろ。さっさと要件を済ませてこいよ。俺は先に戻ってるから。
Well. The storm's coming closer, he sure is. We'd better end our little chat post-haste before he shows up. Yeah.
なんだまだ何か言わないとダメか
Is Bazett gonna drop some big line on him? That's gonna alter his way of thinking, maybe?
いいえ。
Oh?
十分です。
Okay.
私のために敵の足止めをお願いします、アベンジャー。
I will rely on you to contain the enemy for me, Avenger. There we go. That's the line he wants to hear.
はいよ。じゃ、ちょっくら気合い入れて出迎えるわ。あんたは裏から出ていけよ。
Okay. Waving my hand to Bazett, I venture outside. And this is where you meet the true final boss, Quiz Ogre. No. Once she's made up her mind about something, she won't waste a moment's effort on anything unnecessary. Yeah, that seems like Bazett. She's already forgotten all about me and is running at full throttle straight to the castle by now. Ooh. The Iceburn servant will be here any minute. I pull Bazett's glove that I picked up from the ground onto my right hand. Oh, okay. Okay, that's nice and symbolic. It's pretty much useless as a glove after Fragrak reduced it to cinders. But what the hell? It might at least make for a good luck charm. A scene just flashed into my mind. As I told you all before, I have seen 3 seasons of Fate Kaleid Liner, and in the 3rd season there's a certain moment when a certain person appears out of nowhere and they seem like they've seen hell. I'm just trying to remember if they were wearing gloves, because this kind of reminds me of like what if this and that and this and that and I don't know. Probably not related at all, you know. Might at least make for a good luck charm, yeah.
さて、
White
今
Moon.
度こそ真っ二つか。
What a line to think. The pure darkness looking at the white moon. Interesting.
だから来たくないって言ったのにな。くそ。
Kusso. The weakest under attack by the strongest. This is... There are way too many matchups like this in this Holy Grail War thing. God damn it. There sure is. In the end, I left him behind. Oh, we switched to Bazett. Okay, I thought we were gonna end it there, but okay, we're gonna continue. Maybe we'll get to see Bazett reach Illya and have a conversation instead of a fight. I guess they mentioned something about that, maybe. I allowed him to remain there, in a place where he was certain to be killed, and raced into the forest alone. Yeah. We are still recording, and already an hour in. Nice. I feel no debt towards him. As he said, this was the natural choice. A familiar should be played like a pawn, sacrificed to protect his king. Using one's servant as a shield to prolong your own life is a matter of course. Yeah, that's how you're justifying your feelings right now, or your decision right now, but how are you actually feeling, and can you keep this, I want to say, facade up? If I'm going to feel indebted to him, it should only be if I fail to reach the castle. Should I fail to live up to the chance at victory he's given me through his servant's devotion, then, and only then. I've already grown accustomed to this, and I do understand. Furthermore, even if Avenger were to die, he'll return to life again. Yeah. It's still not an easy decision, but let's see if you can be pragmatic about it. Oh boy, I'm scared. Even if he's killed out here, he'll be returned to the first night again. Nothing to lose. And nothing to regret. Just as before, I, as a magus of the association, shall conduct myself in a manner befitting my reputation as a first-rate agent. Okay. Ooh, flashed to that mountainside with the archer there. Or, I'm not sure if Archer was in that flash there, but, you know. And yet, I feel more pain than usual. You do, yeah. These feelings of sentimentality, which I've felt once before, now seem to grate against my heart as I grit my teeth in discomfort. The question is, are those the current use, emotions, sentiments, feelings, memories that you forged on this path, or are they the memories of another Bazett through many different runs? I mean, it's still technically just Bazett, but you know. In irritation towards both him and myself, I find myself indiscriminately destroying everything in my path. The darkness of the night, the multitude of trees, and even the castle now visible beyond the forest. It feels like I'd try to shoot them down if I relaxed my grasp. If I relaxed my grasp of myself, even for a moment, yeah. However, it's not those voiceless objects that I want to destroy the most, but... Ooh. Flashing back to the mirror from the prologue. Now I, too, have left him behind. Ooh. All of a sudden, I find myself wanting to apologize to all those unknown things. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Even if it was the natural choice, even if he told me to do so himself, the way I treated him was worse than any hatred or betrayal. I mean... No, because he wished it himself. But I see where you're coming from. Ooh, are we getting there? Yeah. The castle gates stand wide open. She just made it wholly. Without a moment's pause, I hurry inside. I may have left that monster far behind me, but in all likelihood, I still have no more than 5 minutes to spare. Yeah, and if Illya has any command spells, she could just Berserker come right by me, and he'd be there. Then again, Berserker takes more mana to command, but you know, Illya is a mana tank. I must locate the Iceburn Master and force their surrender right away. Ooh. Which is why I need to calm down and gather my wits. My goal isn't to do away with the Master, okay, but to have a few uncertain points clarified. Ooh, so even they don't know the full details of... Okay, Karen? I must ask the masters of the Iceburns, the family acting as a cornerstone of the Holy Grail War, and said to know more about heroic spirits than any other, about the mystery of these 4 days. Yeah. Okay. I stormed the entrance to the castle foyer. That's kind of funny. This scene is kind of funny because Bazett was originally supposed to be Lancer's master, and in Fate Zero, Lancer's master crashed into the hallway similarly into this same place. Obviously, very different motivation, but you know, they should have known we were here the moment we engaged that monster in combat. No need for stealth now. With Bazett and Avenger's Lock, Illya is spending the night at Shiro's place. Oh? Okay. As I run towards the staircase, I put on a spare pair of leather gloves. Okay. Ooh, the music. I'm in the thick of the enemy territory now. It wouldn't be strange to find a blade at my neck at any moment. And... a strike could come from any direction. An anachronistic, long-handled weapon comes swinging down towards me. Hi, Sella. A halberd. Touching that deadly ancient weapon, the style of which was beginning to fall out of favor, even among the knights of the Holy Church. I jump back out of the way. Yeah, I don't know where I've seen this, either in Kalate Liner or is it ever shown in Fate Zero? Maybe in Heaven's Feel or somewhere I've seen this before. No. Okay. It was Liz instead. Hello, Liz. A voice free of emotion immediately recognizes it as a homunculus, wielding a weapon that must weigh in excess of 40 kilos. As though it were lighter than a feather. Yeah, that's Liz for you. No, the awkwardness in her moves is as if she doesn't feel the weight at all. Ooh. There's no room for doubt. This must be one of the finely honed battle usage synthetic humans of the Iceburns. A homunculus. Ooh. Ooh. There was... I forget the exact wording, but there was something about Liz and Illya having a link of some sort. Perhaps picking up on my own readiness for battle, the homunculus raises her halberd into the air. halberd. Sorry. Ooh, a nice Bazett scene. There's no time to try and gauge her ability. I have to take her down with my first strike. This is an interesting matchup. Because I'm of the opinion that the maids are easily disposed of. But that may just be because I think that I've seen, like, Gilgamesh slaughter them easily. This is the second time I've faced off against an Iceburn-made homunculus, and a formidable opponent though she may be, I also know her limits. Well, this is exactly a normal type. So... Ooh, there we go. Bang bang. Yeah? A flurry of attacks and defensive counters leaves us still facing off against one another. Okay. Her strikes with the halberd are like those of a child in a play sword fight. She has nothing to depend on but brute strength. Ooh, yeah? But, in addition to that, her raw power is so otherworldly as to be superhuman, transforming her into a force of nature in battle, okay? So, let's just say Berserker Light. Though not on the level of the monster out there, one blow from this homunculus would be more than enough to fatally wound me. Yeah, sure. A direct hit would likely shatter every bone in my body. Oof. Even while parrying the Gale-level force of her attacks, I managed to land 7 or so punches on her. Okay. And though each one contained enough power to have blown her internal organs out through her back, not so much as a flicker of pain shows on the face of the homunculus. This is built different. Literally built different. I don't know whether that maid uniform of hers is some kind of superb mystic coat. It most likely is. I think they've mentioned it even. Not sure. Or whether she simply doesn't feel pain at all. Probably both. At any rate, I'll have to break this homunculus's bones to bring her to a standstill. Oh boy. Huh? Oh? Huh? The fire of battle in the homunculus dies down. Her face, as expressionless as it was, filled with a strong drive, suddenly drains of its former tension as does Illya. Join the scene. Okay. Hi, Illya. Would you mind giving us some plot details, please? A young girl appears on top of the staircase, her hair as white as snow. You know, the parallels between Bazett and Shiro just continue. How did the first encounter between Shiro and Illya go? Well, Illya was on top of a hill. Well, like she is now on top of the staircase. Oh boy. Yeah. I believe we have not yet been introduced. Exactly like with Shiro. Huh. The girl ushers me inside with a polite grace that perfectly complements her loveliness. Ooh. Okay. You have that kind of an image of Illya. This girl is the Iceburn master? I guess you didn't know how she looked like, yeah? There's definitely a strong magical aura surrounding her. You don't even want to know. You don't want to know. The amount of magical energy her body holds is simply phenomenal. It's actually unreal how much mana she can store within her. Like, insane. A being beyond human. A natural born magic circuit. Yeah. Different to Sakura, but still. There's no mistake. This girl, Chu, is a homunculus crafted by the hands of the Einspurns. Well, we don't fully know, but it was pretty much implied that she is a directed daughter of Kiritsugu, so not a full homunculus, but the Einspurns could still have just done something.
あら、せっかく出てきてあげたのにご挨拶もなし。
Damn.
魔術協会の魔術師は礼儀がなっていないのね。お話をする気がないのなら早々に城を後にしてくださいな。
Damn, so cold. Look at that smile, not even seeing her eyes. She giggles. That fits so well. Even though she knows that I'm a master, there's not a trace of caution in her. It's almost as if she never saw me as a worthy opponent from the start. Illya is certainly sure of herself, yeah?
失礼しました。私はバゼット。魔術協会から派遣されたマスターです。
There we go.
ここにはマスターとしてやってきました。
There we go.
それは存じていますわ。森でサーバントと出会ったでしょ。
Perhaps.
それでもしかしたらやってきたのはあなたかなって。他のマスターたちは間違ってもここにはやってこないから、
Well.
ようやく来てくれたのかなって喜んでいましたの。
Yeah, not without permission. Yeah.
は？
Her smile is so carefree. My first impression of her could have been off the mark. Yeah, she sure gives a weird, contradicting aura. There is no condescension in the girl's manner. She simply doesn't view me as her enemy.
そうよ。私はあなたと戦う気はないわ。
Okay.
他のどのマスターとも戦う気はない。私はもうマスターでも何でもないんだもの。
Okay. Yeah.
あなた以外のマスターはみんなそれを知ってるからこんな森にはやってこないの。
Yeah, this is true. Ooh, does Bazett... Okay, that throws in... I don't know why I'd never even considered that. So Bazett doesn't know that the others... Okay. Bazett has been fighting this war, not knowing the others don't want to fight or think the war is over. Okay. At least that's what I'm gathering here. She's not a master? What does this mean?
下がりなさいリズ。バゼットは私と話がしたいみたい。森からお化けが入ってこないよう城門を閉めてきて。
Damn. Okay, Bazett is even more out of the loop than I thought. Huh. She's missing the basics here.
いいけど、イリア、本当に大丈夫？
いいの。バゼットと2人で話したいんだから。
Okay.
リズ、最近生意気よ。あんまり私に逆らわないで。
リズ、イリアの言う通りにする。
Aw. The homunculus called Liz exits past me without saying so much, without so much as a watchful glance in my direction, as though our fierce battle a few moments ago never took place.
さあ、あなたはこっちよ、バゼット。
Oh boy.
私と話をしに来たのでしょ。
Seemingly, yeah.
私にわかることなら何だって答えてあげるわ。
Okay. Here we go. The girl descends the stairs and disappears into the far end of the lobby. ... Indeed. Still reeling slightly from this completely unexpected turn of events, I take her up on the invitation.
事の顛末は知っているわ。
Ooh, okay.
あなたは私の森に入ってきて、お化けに襲われて、 自分のサーバントをおとりにしてここまでやってきた。
Okay, so you know that part, yeah.
目的はアインツベルンのマスターを倒すことと、それ以外に知りたいことがあったから。
Okay, yeah.
違う？そうでもなければこんな忘れられた城に挑もうとは思わないもの。
Look at her being so smug and sure of herself. We love it. ... She's on the mark. The girl calmly lowers herself onto a chair, though I declined her when offered a seat of my own. And even if she proclaims disinterest in fighting me, this place is still enemy territory. Yeah, that is true. I can't know for certain that she won't make this whole room disappear with a snap of her fingers. I somehow believe that she could do that, yeah?
用心深いのね、バゼット。教会の教えなのか、それともそういう性格なのか。
Probably both.
ねえ、あなたって敵地じゃお茶も飲まないタイプ？
Probably.
場合によりますが、
Ooh.
ここでは飲みません。
Mm.
あなたの言う通り、私は知りたいことがあってきた。世間話をしに来たわけではありませんから。
Mm.
そう。残念ね。それじゃお茶の用意は取りやめるわ。要件だけ済ませる方があなたには喜ばれそうだし。
Yeah, she sure is business oriented. And a slight, huh? Is this girl really the Einstein master? I'm beginning to doubt her anew. No, if what she said about no longer being a master is true, then she's really not a master at all.
イリアス・フィール。あなたはマスターではないと言いましたが、森にいた巨人はあなたのサーバントではないのですか？
Yes, but no.
あのお化けは私のサーバントよ。けど、アインツベルンのサーバントじゃないわ。ちょっとした手違いで狂っちゃったの。今じゃ聖杯清掃とは関係のない、私を守るだけのお化けになっちゃった。
Okay. Yeah. I wonder if Berserker truly went mad and uncontrollable after this whole thing started, because it was mentioned initially that the servants feel more agitated and willing to fight.
街に現れている怪物とは違うけど、同じようなものと思えばいいわ。
Okay.
彼は聖杯清掃には何の関わりもない、この森にやってくるマスターを殺すだけの怪物。サーバントでありながらサーバントの役からあぶれてしまった形のない亡霊なの。
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
役からあぶれた。
Hmm.
該当する役回りがなかったからちゃんとした出番を与えられなかったの。
Would that imply that there is a more fitting berserker out there, or did Avenger fill the berserker role, or did Heracles just lose the qualification to being a berserker class, or
彼がアインツベルンのサーバントならあんなことにはならなかったでしょうけど。
or is it because of his connection and thoughts regarding Illya? His personal wishes to protect her conflict with the role of being a servant.
あの怪物はアインツベルンのサーバントではないと。ではアインツベルンのサーバントはどこにいるのです？
Maybe they summoned a new one. Probably not.
いないわ。
Gone. Yeah, Inai. Not existent.
だって私他のマスターにサーバントを取られちゃったんだもの。
Oh, for my servant was taken away from me by another master. Are we referring to Heaven's Field now? Because that could work.
もうマスターじゃないってそういうこと。
Ooh, okay.
聖杯戦争が始まってから4日目の夜にあっけなくサーバントが殺されてアインツベルンのマスターは敗北したの。
Huh. Okay. I don't remember the exact timeline of Heaven's Field, but I'm leaning towards that. Okay.
あなたのサーバントだってアインツベルンは脱落したって一番初めに知ってたはずよ。
Oh. First to know that the Einsburns had been eliminated from the race should have been your servant. Oh. So you're saying that Avenger possibly killed him? Question mark? Huh. Yeah, a big pause indeed. Drain all the colors from the world except Illya. My mind freezes. Avenger knew that the Einsburn master had been defeated. Not that it comes as a surprise. The number of things he's keeping secret from me could fill volumes. I don't trust that suspicious guy at all. So this news is hardly enough to shock me, yet your mind freezes. What I find much more strange is...
どうしたの？何か気になることでもあったのかしら？
Yeah, please share, Bazett. I'm super intrigued. She giggles. This girl, she knows everything.
イリアスフィール。その他のマスターに取られたというあなたのサーバントは？
Was that...
あら、知らなかったの？彼の名はアベンジャー。アンリマユの名を冠する最も古い悪神よ。
Is he now this servant of yours, Heracles, who was taken by another master? The master's name is Avenger? Is that so? Is that so? Wait, are we doing what I think we're doing? Avenger faking being Bazett's servant. Is that what's going on? Holy, if that's the case, what the hell? Hello? Maybe it's something else, but that's the first thing that came to my mind, okay? With a grating sound, my consciousness distorts. My first unconsciously fist first. What the hell? My fist unconsciously closes around the earring in my pocket. Oh yeah, the one that was left over from Lancer. After laboring to calm my suddenly ragged breathing, I say,
それはおかしい。
yeah, that is quite strange. You don't say. What I gathered is the servant is a master? What do you mean by that?
アベンジャーなどというクラスは聞いたことがない。
Wait. His name is Avenger. Oldest. Yeah, this one we. Yeah? Am I misreading this situation here? This servant of yours who was taken by another master, was that his name is Avenger? Or are we...
第一、アンリマユの名を冠する英霊など存在するはずがない。
Yeah, this part we knew already. That the Avenger class shouldn't be, and Angermine shouldn't be summonable. I finally put into words the question that's haunted me ever since this all began.
もちろんアンリマヨなんてものは実在しない。アベンジャーとして召喚されたそれはアンリマユという故障を語るただの人間だったわ。
Of course, but of course. What do you mean? Who answered your summons as Avenger is but a fraud bearing the Angramine name. A mere human. Yeah, that fits the Avenger class, I guess. That fits our boy very well.
神話に現れる悪神とは何の関係もない。魔術も神秘も知らない一般人。
Knowing neither magic nor mystery, huh?
理由もなく偶像に選ばれて、その一生を魔として扱われた。
Yeah?
ただの生贄だったのよ。
Yeah, this we know. This we know. Like we already learned about this part. That he was just a substitute chosen to bear all the evils in the world. A fairy tale from a far off, distant world. Once there existed a people who, distraught by all the strife that had come to be in the world, created for themselves a new world, isolated deep in the mountains. Okay. Avenger backstory. But though they had gathered together in the hopes of living as an embodiment of man's innate goodness, they were unable to divorce themselves from the evil nature also inherent in man. Yeah? Doubt and deception, hatred and resentment. No matter how gloriously they sang the praises of human good, evil was still born among them. So they decided that someone had to shoulder the blame for the ugliness of the world. Yeah, what an insane thing to do, but this evil was not something that could have been born from within any of them. That they themselves had this evil in their nature couldn't be true. The evil of mankind stems from the venom of something demonic which comes to infect us. We must all lead lives of purity and righteousness. Therefore, they required a root of all evil. Yeah? Not the root, but root of all evil. They required an effigy to bear the weight of all sin. Someone of whom it could be said, "It is only you who is evil." And so, a scapegoat was created to become all the evil in the world. A lone sacrifice.
英霊の中には時々そういうのが混じっているの。
People like that, huh? If I remember correctly, in one alternate timeline that was told in Fate Apocrypha, the third or second Holy Grail War also had an Avenger, or did it have a ruler? I think it had an Avenger.
本人は普通に生きたつもりでも、死後、周りがその生き様を神格化して立てまつり、英雄を作り上げるのね。
Sure. Sure.
死者は何も語らないから、都合のいい役を押し付けても文句を言わない。疑いを知らない善良な人々が信じるには、格好の崇拝対象よね。
That's also quite a line. Ole.
ただ、彼の場合はそれが度を過ぎていた。
Yeah.
人々の崇拝が怒りや憎悪だったからかしら。彼は本物の悪魔として扱われ、人々はあらゆる非難を彼に押し付けた。
They sure did.
貧困、病、災害、果ては自分が死んでしまうことへの恐れさえ、彼がいるから起こるのだとなじられ、はけ口にされた。
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
けど、それで人々は救われたの。
Well.
そういう悪魔がいるなら仕方がないって。嫌なことは全部そいつのせいで、自分たちのせいじゃないんだからって。
Sure.
だから、彼は死後に英霊として扱われた。
That tracks.
その手は何もしなかったし、誰に敬われることもなかったけど、彼は多くの人々を救ったから。
While he still lived, he became a god. While he still lived, he had his human nature taken away. The name he was given at birth was stripped from him, and he was spoken of as a great evil.
だから名前はないんだ。
He spoke of it as though it were a trifling matter.
思い出せと言われても、もうそんな記録は。
Doesn't exist, yeah. Anywhere in the world anymore. In this world anymore. He declared, without a trace of resentment. And in response, her next name was one that you were fondly called as a hero. Even if it is a title, it is a name that gained acclaim from the people. Of course, you would like it. How could I have ever said such a thing? I mean,
それがアベンジャー。
That is Avenger.
アンリ・マユという悪性に見立てられた人間ということですか。
そうよ。けど能力の方は点でダメ。彼はアンリマユとして扱われることにはなったけど、信仰だけで特別な力がつくわけじゃない。
Ooh, that kind of religious faith being placed in him doesn't guarantee the manifestation of any special powers. Yeah. He was just known as being evil. He wasn't known to do something with a special ability. maybe lead people astray. That could be it, but unlike the Saber with the promised sword of victory, yeah, Angramainu doesn't really have anything like that. Curses, I guess.
彼は生前も英霊として扱われることになった死後もただの人間だった。
Right, and there's that too.
まあ名前はベスターから除外されたことで秩序からは自由になったけど、それでも英霊と呼ばれるには点で力不足。
The exclusion of his name from Avesta means that he is free from the laws of order as well. Nevertheless, it is far from earning a heroic spirit label.
サーバントとしては何の役にも立たないゴミだったわ。
ゴミ？
何？いきなりやる気になっちゃって。私を殺しても利益はないのに。あなた、見かけによらず危ない人？
Maybe. Now that she says that, I realize that I'm seething with anger. Yeah? She's basically telling how it is and technically mocking him, but not really. And yeah, you're not fine with that. What the girl said wasn't that far off the mark. It's true that as a heroic spirit, he's incredibly weak, and at first, I did think he was useless. But that was only due to my lack of understanding at the time, added to the fact that it's hard to grasp his good points.
いいえ、私の時は本当に役立たずだったのよ、バゼット。
He really was useless back when he was my servant, Bazett. What do you mean? What do you mean, Illya? What do you mean? Hello? Huh?
彼が人々の望んだ英霊になるのはもっと後のこと。彼にかけられた願いが成就するまでは無力なまま。宝具の一つも使えない。
Uh-huh. Can we go back to this line? He did not become the heroic spirit the people wished for until much later on, until the wish he was saddled with was fulfilled. He remained powerless, neither did he have a single noble phantasm at his disposal. Uh-huh. Surely we're not implying that Avenger is Heracles, right? Surely not. I don't think so. No noble phantasm? Yeah, he's been telling a bunch of lies. He is a liar, but no. Does she mean that he couldn't use his noble phantasm while he was the Einspurn's servant? This doesn't add up. Yeah, none of this adds up really. I mean, it's intentionally vague and I love it. I hate it. The Einspurn girl whose servant was taken away. Okay, yeah, that resolves that sentence from earlier. But what do you mean Avenger was your servant? What do you mean there was a mistake and you have a monster now? Hello? If he was taken, that would make me the one who took him. About this, there can be no mistake. I don't have the first idea how I was able to usurp the contract from her, but it seems that this girl's contract with Avenger was switched with mine. Okay, yeah. I'm clear on that part now. Yeah, thank you for clearing that part. How the fuck? Yeah, Bazett is also clueless. How did it happen? Hello? Like, it's still a big mystery, because as far as we were led to believe, or at least I was led to believe, like, Lancer was supposed to be Bazett's servant. Something happened, and then it became Kirei's servant. So, like, something went off the rails there. Is this all Kirei's doing? Is it always Kirei? Why? Surely not. So, then, what does the death on the 4th day signify? Being taken away is not the same as dying. This girl is talking about multiple conclusions at once. It's getting so complicated. I love it. I hate it. I love it.
いなくなった私のサーバントの話なんていいでしょ
Is it though? Can you give me something more, Illya? What do you mean? And since when? Is it only since the beginning of this nonsense, or was it like that from the before the events of Stay Night?
それよりあなたのサーバントの話が聞きたいわバゼット。魔術協会に選ばれたあなたですもの。さぞ巧妙な英霊を召喚したんでしょう。
Ooh, can we get into that?
いえ、私のサーバント。
Yeah. Avenger, I was going to say, but hesitated before my mouth could shape the words, yeah. It's partly because I'm the one that she said took him from her, but on top of that, I can't shake the feeling that she's lying to me about something. Illya the liar? Okay.
私のサーバントは
別にマスターで亡くなったあなたに話すことでもない。それにもう
more. And besides, no longer. He's already long dead. Is he now your original servant? Is that so? Or Avenger is long dead because, you know, Berserker in the forest killed him. Right when I arrived at this castle, all response from Avenger ceased. Oof. Yeah. He's already returned to the first night, and there he waits for me to awaken. Just like always. That's curious. Are we gonna go beyond the 11th on this?
そうだ。それが彼の能力だ。
To be reborn even from death. That certainly sounds similar to Heracles, doesn't it, huh? Game? Certainly our Avenger isn't faking being Agraminio, and isn't Heracles surely not, right? No, to start over from the first day when we were still alive. Which means that the girl before my eyes must already know all about his ability to rewind.
イリアス・フィール、アベンジャーは宝具を使えなかったと言いましたね。それはどちらの話ですか？アベスターか、それとも。
何の話だかわかりませんけど、そのどちらも使えなかったでしょうね。言ったでしょ？アベンジャーは役に立たない道具だったって。
Yeah? Big blank. So, this must mean that the Einsburn Master knows nothing at all about Avenger's noble phantasm. Never mind Avesta, his ability to resurrect from the dead far surpasses even other noble phantasms. There's just no way anyone who's experienced that power firsthand could summarily dismiss him as useless.
そうですね。アベンジャーの話だとしても仕方がない。
Is it?
本題に入りましょう、イリアス・フィール。
Okay.
あなたはこの聖杯戦争をどう感じていますか？
さあ、私はとっくに仲間外れですもの。もう聖杯戦争に興味はないわ。すでに終わったことですし、ゆっくり終わりを眺めているだけ。
Okay, and that's why you're residing here most of the time, minus the random events.
街に現れている使い魔たちも知らないと？
知らないわ。
Oh.
言ったでしょ。私は仲間外れなの。でも、そうね。あの怪物たちが街にあふれるのは今夜までよ。始まってから今日までの4日間しかあの怪物たちは存在できない。
And you just happen to have this knowledge, huh? It came up again. Another link to the period of 4 days. My search for clues relating to that was what originally brought me here tonight. Okay?
イリアス・フィール。これは私のサーバントの能力なのですが。
Okay, about to tell her about restarts. I tell her with a certain conviction of all that has happened so far. All the resets, all the times they fought against masters, all the times they found those beasts. And faced off against Karen, I guess. Okay. Rebirth from death. The endlessly restarting Holy Grail War. No, that's not it. About my servant and I, who, no matter how many times we repeat them, cannot move beyond these 4 days. Yeah?
聖杯戦争を繰り返している。そうなんだ。
Okay, Illya, what are you about to tell to Bazett? Did you come to a similar conclusion as Rin did?
あなたにはそう感じる。いいえ、あなたたちだけとどまっているのね。
Well, and Shiro, kinda. We are the only ones who are confined. She's right in saying that. Viewed from the perspective of the girl who cannot rewind, the 4th day will be followed by a 5th. Yeah? For her, yeah. But the two of us must return to the 1st day. We're standing in the middle of the vast river called time, never moving downstream from where we stand, and going back upstream again and again. Kinda cruel, but that was someone's wish, according to Rin's theory.
あなたはそれを解決しに来たのね。聖杯戦争を止めて4日目を超えたいと。
いや、私はただ。
Simply wish to complete my task in gaining the Holy Grail and bringing it back to the association. Nothing more, nothing less. I haven't the slightest desire to stop the Holy Grail War. I only want to know for certain why this boundary of 4 repeating days confines us as it does. Okay. Okay. So you don't have a desire to stop the Holy Grail War. Could it have been your wish all along, Bazett? And you just don't remember anymore.
違うの？なら何がしたいの？あなたは。今のままじゃ永遠に。
You will remain in the eternal blank 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 blank. No. All I want is to win this abnormal Holy Grail war and fulfill the duty I was sent here for. Yeah?
そう。
Hmm.
サーバントとの契約を切るのなら手を貸すこともできるけど、そっちの問題は管轄外よ。
But the problem of this nature isn't within my jurisdiction. Huh. Would just severing the contract between them, Bazett and Venture, would that do the job? Would that allow Bazett to move past 4 days, 4th day?
言ったでしょ。私は仲間外れだって。
Yeah?
私、この城から出る気はないの。あなたの聖杯戦争がどうしてそんなことになったのか。それを調べられるのはあなただけよ、バゼット。
The girl rises from her seat. Illya's veil moves towards the lobby, as though she's lost all interest in me.
おやすみなさい、バゼット。あなたの話が本当なら、今夜でまた戻るんでしょ？それまで城にいるといいわ。森に出たらお化けに殺されてしまうもの。
Damn. So is Bazett actually returning, or is it a similar situation to Shiro, where you just happen to get memories from a previous timeline? It feels like it's different, like Shiro is getting memories from a previous timeline, but Bazett is always resetting.
今夜は星が綺麗よ。せっかく一人になったんだから、よく考えてみることね。
The stars are beautiful tonight. The moon is visible. Take this chance to think for a while. As I've told you several times, I'm out of the running.
言ったでしょ。私は仲間外れだって。
Nakama hazure. Without friends, or excluded from friends. And Rin's advice at the end of the previous video was together with people.
あなたは何がしたかったのか。本当にその違和感を解決してしまっていいのかを。
Damn. Really fascinating. I leave the winter castle behind me. I refused the girl's offer. Even if in the forest I do encounter that monster and my defeat at its hands, I still can't simply stay here, passing the time in tranquility all by myself. The stars, huh? As she said, the sky is remarkably clear. While gazing up at the countless number of stars overhead, I think of him, the one who'd undoubtedly reply with something sarcastic like, "How can they be countless? If you can see him, you can count them too, if he were here."
どうして4日で終わるのかではなく、
It's not why we reach the end every 4 days that I should be trying to figure out.
どうしてそんなことになったのかを知るべきだ。
It's why things got this way in the first place. Yeah. So Bazett is trying to figure out what Rin theorized to be someone's holy grail wish. The rewinding ability isn't Avenger's noble phantasm. I do remember him having said so himself. Now it's seemingly making me think again that Avenger didn't lie at all. He's never lied. He always told the truth. This game is just gonna be the death of me. Okay. That this was a special bonus from having made a contract with me. Hmm. 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 That's so vague. What did he mean by a special bonus? If this isn't a noble phantasm, I ask myself, then just what kind of miracle could make this possible? When it comes to miracles, the answer is always Holy Grail. A wish-granting magic vessel. I deny the answer that rises to the surface of my mind. Ooh. Surely not. Surely we didn't wish for this, right, guys? Right? We didn't win the Holy Grail and use it to wish for eternal Holy Grail war. We did not. We did not. We deny this. The allegations are false.
アベンジャーは信用できない。私は私のできることをするだけだ。
I mean, I guess. But I just can't get over Rain's advice of having everyone together, so maybe you need to trust Avenger. That's it. Next time, I'll go out into the town during the day while he sleeps. Okay. Avenger is incapable of action during daylight hours, but I myself have no such restrictions. Although I've avoided going out during the day thus far, it's not as though I'm a vampire or anything of that sort.
冬季の魔術師、遠坂とマト。それに、前回生き残ったエミやキリツ。
Those should be the ones. Plus, you know, there's still a hidden one at the Ryudo Temple. If I'm going to take action, why not start from there? Ooh, are we gonna get daytime events with Bazett meeting our boys and girls? Okay. Keeping it quiet from my servant, I will go out into the town. Once again, I feel an unnecessary pain in my chest. It would have been so much better if I truly couldn't trust him. Because I want to believe in him, I'm hiding things from him and seeking out the truth. Oh boy. White screen, huh? Next, forest. October. Cool. Thank you for that game. That was a big one. That was a big one. Holy. Yeah, 0.4. Oh boy. Yeah, initially that got me a bit confused when Bazett and Illya started talking. Because I wasn't exactly... I thought there were like contradicting words, or I had misread something, but no, they had kept it vague intentionally. Yeah. So this human faking the name, or this human having the title of Angramainu was supposed to be Ilya's servant originally. Something got screwed over. Somehow his ownership has now shifted to Bazett. Bazett's original servant should have been, as far as I know, Lancer. Because, you know, there's an obvious connection with them both being Irish backgrounded. I don't know if Bazett might have been born in England, but, you know, her name is definitely more Irish. Yeah, just need to figure out how that like ownership servant shift happened between Illya and Bazett, and then Bazett and seemingly Kirei. If there's something more there, then even though we have a solid theory as to how this Holy Grail war is repeating via, and we think it's like Rin proposed. We think it's via someone's holy grail wish to keep repeating it. But that's still like, I think that's still in the category of theories and not confirmed. But anyways, Bazett is still searching an answer to that question. Why are they repeating? And seemingly denying the holy grail answer. Then there is the whole question of how does Karen play into this? Like, obviously she's quote unquote the new church representative here, but she seems to have a very direct impact on everything happening in the back end. And then there is the question of both on Shiro's and Bazett's end on why are they exactly repeating, or why is Bazett's end repeating? Why is Shiro getting memories from previous times? Yeah, I think we have to assume that it is not, well, no, we don't have to assume, but I think it's pretty 50-50 currently whether this looping on Bazett's end is actually from Avengers Noble Phantasm or not. I think I'm pretty torn on it myself. Yeah. Then is there something else I need to remember? There's the whole why is Gilgamesh small? Then just overall getting these plot things moving forward and figuring out the right flags and what they mean. Ooh, there's still a lot. Yeah. Okay. This game is getting, we're getting very deep into it. Almost 80% done. Oh boy. Well, I guess we'll see you. I'll see you next time for maybe more plot stuff. Maybe there's new daytime events we can do. We'll see. I think I should maybe do the Issei one, because I was planning on doing it this video, but then this suddenly happened. Yeah, so maybe I should do that out of the way, even if it might progress the plot, and then do daytime events until there are no longer left, and we are gonna resume doing plot stuff. Okay, yeah, I think that's where we are right now. Cool. Let's end it here. Patreon early access up to 2 weeks. Links down in the description. Cool. See ya.